Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube, Diggy546? Now, I've been out for a couple of days, but I have not been out in vain. I've been looking at a lot of film on a lot of players in this draft, and I just thought I might as well kick it off with Kayshon Boutte. This is a guy that I have been wanting on the Giants for the last 2 years, ever since Jamar Chase got drafted that year where Boutte had a couple of good games. Ever since then, I've been a big fan of Boutte, if you want to say that. So he has some issues. He has some issues, but his issues for me are not wide receiver issues. His issues are Kayshon Boutte issues. But I'll get into that at the end of this video. But as far as on the field, I really believe that this guy is probably your best wide receiver in the draft. I've thought that for the past 2 years, that he'd probably be the best wide receiver in the draft. Do I think he's as good as Jamar Chase, whose number he's wearing? No. Is he as good as Justin Jefferson? No. Is he as good as a guy like Marvin Harrison, who's coming out next year? No. But I do think that he's the best receiver this year. I'm not as high on some of these guys at the top. I'll take them, but I'm not as high. As far as guys that I can see that will come in and be a number one wide receiver, a guy that will be a consistent game changer, it's Kayshon Boutte all the way. So that's a little bit long of an intro, a lot longer than usual, but I wanted to preface it with that, and we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to give him a quick highlight right here. He is your receiver at the top of the screen. And right here, it's not going to be anything crazy. He's just going to run a comeback route. And let's just watch it. He's going to have a quick kind of hop release. Sort of turns this into a split release. But it's just a quick hop to start. I'll let it play once, one through. This is college tape, so I can be a little bit more liberal here with the tape. So some people like to see things play through. I'll let it play. So doesn't create a ton of separation there, but create separation. So quick hop release, takes the outside, got the corner and heavy inside leverage, playing man coverage on him, trying to force him to the sideline. And just when he's able to kind of think that he's forcing Boutte to the sideline, he's able to turn around just in time, time her out here, and the ball is going to be there. You probably want the ball there a little bit earlier, but I mean, you can't really complain. Anyway, it gets there. Like I said, if he throws it earlier, you probably have a first down because he probably catches it here. But he catches it in tight coverage. And look at the ball. The ball is in, he's kind of reaching it for a first down. It's in the other hand. Just shows how easily and how natural of a catcher he is, which is why I don't buy the narrative that this guy has drop issues. And I'll get into that as I say it a little bit later on. So for your next play, Kayshon is lined up right here. He's number one. And I just kind of highlighted the route he ran here. I'm going to have more tape as we get into the offseason. I might do a part 2 because the tape hasn't really flushed all the way in yet for all of his games. So I don't have the actual all 22, and I want to show you all 22. But let's watch him here. He runs a nice route. Free release. No one is listen to guys, I'm rewinding it. I want you all to see what I'm talking about. He gets a free release and he's going to kind of hit a rocker step, which is a Euro step pretty much in basketball. He's going to take a hard right step outside, then take this back inside. It ended up being covered because it's zone coverage, and he's kind of sort of bracketed. Not really bracketed, but the coverage, he basically ran his route right into coverage. That's not really something you can control. So you'll see it here. Just a nice route to get inside. And even though he kind of ran that into coverage, again, if this is timing and this is the NFL and he's the primary guy, he catches this ball right here. And what I'm going to show you in probably the video after this next one is that him catching it right here in between two people is not a guarantee that he's going to go down right here. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so this next play, you already see a yellow arrow pointing to Kayshon, top of your screen. And he's going to run a nice corner route. And it's kind of like a good pass rusher. Good wide receivers in theory, if they put on a bunch of weight, would be good pass rushers. And I mean, guys who are good at the line of scrimmage, guys who are good at releases, they're going to probably be good pass rushers. And just watch them kind of dip the shoulder to get past this initial corner and just really make this an easy route for him to have to run. So he's going to dip the shoulder, get past the initial guy. And yes, he's not trying to press him or anything, but just something you noticed there that he's able to dip that shoulder off the line of scrimmage. And he's got a guy who's got inside leverage on him. Kayshon is a guy who destroys cornerbacks to the inside, so they've got heavy inside leverage. And he's just going to stick his foot in the ground in a nice place ball. And something, again, that you see with Kayshon Boutte is that he catches the ball with his hands. He's a hands catcher all the way. Every time this dude catches the ball, you can see him, grabbing it and holding it. He could literally be holding the ball out within a second of him catching it because he catches the ball with his hands. All right, so next play. This is where it starts to get, crazy. This is where it starts. You really start to see his star start to shine. If you guys have made it through the beginning, which was trying to focus on route running, but again, I did not have enough tape to kind of really get into some intricate routes. But Kayshon is going to run a crosser. He's the guy I just highlighted. He's going to run this out of the slot. And he's going to run this crosser all the way across the field. All the way across. And then he's going to get this right there in stride. Wide open. Kind of a busted coverage. But he's wide open. And not only does he catch this wide open and get a chunk play, watch what he does now. Split the defense. It's that ability is so unique. It's just so unique of an ability that he has, that Jamar Chase has, where they'll catch the ball in so much traffic and they just are able to just get rid of guys like that. Like, that's two people that he just like excommunicated from the play. Like, completely got him out of there. And he does this on a regular. And this is after, which I'll talk about too, this is after his ankle surgery, where people are like, does he still have that same ability? Does he still have that speed? Does he still have that escapability? It looks like he's got it right here. All right, so next play, you got Kayshon Boutte lined up at the bottom of your screen. See him? There you go. So what he's going to do here is he's going to run kind of a hitch route. He's going to sit there. The ball's going to go to him. Not really covered there. Easy route for him to run. Catches this, and he's got three people around him. He's kind of bracketed. He's got three people around him. You think maybe he picks up this first down. He's got speed. But just watch how guys close down on him and watch how he makes people miss. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, again, what you're getting out of Kayshon is huge run after catch ability. Huge. Making this guy miss, like pushing a guy down like that who tries to go low, immediately recognizing the next defender, making him miss. This guy is going to be able to do a lot of that in the NFL. Now, he doesn't pick up the first down, and let's rewind it to see if he kind of wasted some motion. We all know he has the ability, but it looks like this guy closed down probably a lot faster than you think he would. And he's able to really, again, get two people out of here that are trying to tackle him. All right, so this is game footage, and I'm not going to be able to play this whole thing for you all. I'm just not going to be able to do it, you all. They'll strike my video. They'll do a lot of stuff, but this is game footage, and I just wanted to show you right now Kayshon number 7, who is right in the smack dab in the middle of your screen. I'll highlight him here for you. He's going to be able to clear this zone coverage, find the space in the zone, and he turns this into a touchdown. So I'll let it play here. Catches this. Of course, he swarmed right here, and he just accelerates. Breaks a tackle, and he's gone. Now, again, I'm not going to be able to show you the entirety of the play, but I'll fast forward. You see he's getting stuff done. He's getting stuff done. Making guys miss right there, getting stuff done. All right, now, so this is where we get serious. This is where we get serious here. I showed you some of the things he could do after the catch that make him spectacular, that make him a weapon. But we cannot make this video without addressing the elephants in the room, without addressing some of the stuff that's going on. So I'll play a couple of these. I'll just play these next two plays so you all can see it kind of stitched together already. So Kayshon is on your left. He's getting very frustrated. He's playing with a new quarterback. He's not getting the ball the way he wants. He's wearing that number 7. He feels like he has to step up and fulfill that legacy of being number 7, and he just doesn't do it. He's upset. He's not getting the ball. You see him visibly upset right there. Visibly upset. And now just watch here. Jaden Daniels, quarterback for LSU, is going to throw him a dime in the end zone for a touchdown, and Kayshon doesn't even look for the ball. So those are two things that you notice as an LSU fan who's a guy who's watched his progression. He's a guy that's extremely talented that I think if he would have stayed on his trajectory would be a top 15 pick in the draft this year. But injuries happened. They definitely happened. Some of the drops happened, and I'll get to the drops, as I said earlier. But all in all, he's a guy that seems like he's going to be a diva receiver, and I hate saying this about people. I really do, because I hate that narrative. I hate that narrative, but he's made it abundantly clear that he needs his targets, and he's going to be upset if he doesn't get his targets. Now, I will give him credit. Don't click off the video yet. I will give him credit. As the year went on for LSU, he started to settle into a role of not getting the ball all the time, and he was a team player. He blocked. He did his thing. He was a team player. I got to give him credit for that. But is that going to carry over to the NFL? Is it going to carry over to the NFL, this ability to do that? It also seems like he might have rubbed the coaching staff the wrong way, because why wasn't he a huge, huge part of this offense? Did they see this? Because this happened in week 1, people. Did they see this behavior and say that we're just not going to give him the ball? Did they see that? Why wasn't he involved more in the offense? That's another thing to ask. And as far as the drops, pretty much what I just showed you that last slant route. Guys take themselves out of the game. When he's that frustrated, he takes himself out of the game. He all of a sudden can't catch. He can't get open. He can't do much of anything because he's so worried about, I didn't get the ball, so worried about this, so worried about that, whatever it may be. And for whatever reason why they're losing or whatever reason, he can take himself out of games. There's also things about does he love football? I'm not going to ever judge if somebody loves football or not. I feel like the dude loves football. He plays with a lot of passion and heart, but it's just all about making sure he goes to the right situation. I think Kayshon, he needs to go to a team with the coach believes in him. The coach thinks that he's a superstar. The quarterback thinks that he's a star. And you don't have to feed his ego or anything, but they have to be a team that really believes in him. He's a guy that's going to need that. As far as me being a Giants fan, and my Giants fans that are watching this, which I know will probably be mostly Giants fans, this guy, and I hate to do this because this is my guy. This is Kayshon Boutte that I've been rooting for years. But this could be a Kadarius Toney kind of situation where he just doesn't mesh with the locker room, doesn't mesh and with the culture. It could be that. But I'm telling you, if this guy finds a team that believes in him, finds the right situation, he's going to be a superstar. He's going to be a superstar. He's going to be unstoppable at wide receiver. So you guys let me know what you're thinking after this video on Kayshon Boutte. I will probably drop another video on him as more film will start to come out heading toward draft season. But for now, that's my thoughts on him. With no baggage, he's probably top 20 pick for me. Top 25 pick for me. And that's only because of the injuries and just because of, what happened this season as far as his production going down. But with the baggage, he's a second-round guy. And depending on how teams view him and how he interviews, which will be the most important part for this guy probably, he could be in the 3rd round. And if he's in the 3rd round, whoever gets this dude in the 3rd round is going to get a gem. So those are my quick thoughts on him. You guys let me know what you think. Do you want him on your team? Let me know. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.